little bit about your org. Like
Yikes. I go,
how
hang
is?
on, hang on.
No, you're good. Go on.
Are we good?
Just
Okay.
reintroduce rugby. The rest of us don't
So,
matter.
all right. So, okay. All right. Sorry. More technical difficulties, guys. Really sorry about that. Alrighty. So we have Rugby here with us today. Rugby is owner, operator, player of Apollo. He is here with us. Yeah, obviously. Rugby. What do you want to tell us about Apollo? How did you come up with the name? How did you start the org? How are you guys doing in CGL? What tournaments have you guys been in? Any championships to speak of? That sort of thing.
First off, I'd like to say thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
So yeah, of course. So how I came up with Apollo is we kind of just started spitballing names. We started as being like a T3 team and kind of just went through just build a team. And then once we started getting success and stuff like that, I decided why not make it something into something bigger. So I started growing into more things, more teams, started branching out to other games, stuff like that. Um, Unfortunately, we haven't had a championship under our belt yet. We gotten close many times, which haven't been able to figure it out. But we're for sure gonna end that this CGL season. Overall, we're doing pretty well in CGL. I think most overall we have a winning record with all of our teams through there, and yeah, it's really fun. I love doing it. I have passion for it. I do it all day, every day. It's on my mind all the time. I just like doing it. I love doing it, and hopefully something I could do for the rest of my life.
Awesome, man.
yeah.
That's really awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. So Rugby's gonna be here joining us for the rest of the night. We're gonna be talking about a few different things. First off, what we do have to talk about is Airborne, your hair.
It's a mess, isn't it?
No. Okay. First off, he goes in chat. Hey guys, I went really crazy. I shaved my head. I'm expecting like buzzed. This isn't shaved, guy.
It
I
did
shaved the sides.
a little bit
No,
down there.
no.
You can't even tell.
No,
You can't.
no. Okay.
That doesn't
Okay.
count.
All
That
right.
does not count.
This man is a liar, just like that B. Carol Baskin. Oh boy. Alrighty. Yep. So I just donated 9,000 more points. So we're now up to 29 dad jokes.
We have 29
gonna-
dad jokes. We're gonna have to have a whole podcast just purely for
Oh
dad
my
jokes.
God. So that's actually a
D.VA
video
ate my dad joke.
D.VA did it. So I already talked with Apples about that. Apples is our quick shout out to him. He is our video content creator. Him and Mission. They make all of our
AKA
YouTube
Figgy
videos. Figgy Smalls OG. Check him out as well.
On YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube and Twitch. We plan on doing a best of Bull Skunk and Ryder doing dad jokes video. So that'll be good.
You mean Bull Skunk? I mean,
Excuse me, I throw a lot of dad jokes out there.
yeah,
A lot.
bullshit.
The shittiest one is in the camera right above me. That's the worst dad joke.
Right, actually, I'm about to tell all your dad jokes, right? Right. So I was introducing my girlfriend to my family, but there was a bit of a problem. None of them seemed to be impressed. My wife, in particular, was disappointed.
Heyo.
That's pretty good. All right. So to start off the night, I just like to say how proud I am and impressed I am with Bull Skunk. You can see that smile creeping across his face right there. This man has hit 1,000 followers.
Hell yeah.
Let's go, my dude.
Oh,
So this
it's
is
all
a huge
thanks
moment
to the chat, to the community, you know. So people like we have in chat. I mean, I couldn't do it without everybody out there. So no,
I thought it was going to say me. I was really excited.
Oh yeah, you too, Ocean. No, you've been a big part of it. You've absolutely.
Between you and Billy, you guys, casting with Bull Skunk. Bull Skunk started off alone pretty much for the most part, and then you casted with him for like an entire tournament and a half, and now he's been casting CGL with Billy, and you guys have been absolutely phenomenal. Very, very high demand. I'm glad that you guys got moved up into a higher tier. You guys definitely deserve it.
I mean, I should have done
The
before the
energy
season started.
is just phenomenal. So, as a special treat for reaching 1,000, the 5 folks here at CST, especially with the help of Apples, made a best of Bull Skunk video. So, drum roll. Let's play that video.
All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Not too loud a drum roll now. All right,
I
where's
don't
our
watch video
webpage?
yet
Where's our webpage?
Hey,
There we go.
I think you're gonna enjoy the first clip.
Oh,
just
our
like
cameras
Knight
are
Rider.
all
No,
kinds
you're
of
not
jacked
going
up.
to enjoy the first clip. I hate the first clip.
Our cameras are all kinds of jacked up here, but that's okay. At least we get rugby in there. All the names are all messed up. It's
All right.
I'm
the 5
Ocean
cams
now.
really threw off our webpage here. But hey,
I don't
hey,
know.
the important fact is people can see the video, so
Yes.
we get the important bits in there. We
The
get
first
important
clip is amazing. It's beautiful. It has
The clip,
everything.
okay, it's
Oh,
very,
it's-
very well done. Very well done.
It's got to be the carrot clip.
Shut up! I hate
Oh,
you.
hang on, I'm not Knight Rider. Oh, balls.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's make sure we get audio for you folks at home there, because I want to make sure my desktop. Yep, there we go. I need to make sure we get some.
So apparently
audio
rugby
going.
is
Oh,
me.
and Gino coming through with another dad joke. That puts this in even.
Rugby is
30
now the captain of Danny DeVito, apparently.
Before we get this started.
I need to like try and get back in frame. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I think I'm going this way.
Yeah, you're going that way.
All right, here we
I
go.
think I'm over here.
Here we
No,
go.
I'm
Without
over
further
here.
ado.
No.
And
Other
this
way.
is the first
Alright.
time I've seen this. I've specifically
Yeah,
not
this
wanted
is
asked me
guys.
not
This
to
is the
watch
first
this.
time. Yeah.
Closer to your window, Ocean.
Sneak into frame there. All right, here we go.
I'm trying.
You're in frame. You're in frame.
All right, let's do it. Oh, he's
No.
nervous. He's heckin' nervous.
This is a beautiful clip, guys. Gorgeous.
Am I actually in frame yet?
Yeah, you're good. You're perfect.
The look of contempt on Knight Rider's face.
Yeah, Jaden DeVito throwing it to the next time. Both supports. Face up the fifth. Oh, Chatterbox looking to make a liar out of me here with a 3K pulse bomb. Falls it up with a nice kill under the Ana. Shields are cracking. And they are forced to fall back into the safety. Wolfie once again.
The D9 tournament was actually so much fun.
Some of the other tournament
See,
ones
that
I
right
just
there,
love.
that part of the clip right there.
Frickin' DeVito. God damn it, Andrew.
That tire. Let's go slime in here.
And the three-man tire. Monkey's going in with the earth shatter.
No, that was from Andrew. Oh, this one. Oh, okay. I'm just like, the one on Anubis
Oh
was
yeah,
Andrew.
you're seeing it slightly.
The defense have done it. Of course, Allium are going to try to hold on for as long as they can.
I mean, they're all
but
fun,
that is
so-
I think
going to
Apples really like
Danny
Danny
DeVito
DeVito.
emerge.
There are no T3 clips in there.
Oh, it's awesome. It's a lot of me screaming into the mic.
And there it is. Comes out. Hammer finds
Yeah,
scores.
I don't think it really
Goes
captures
down.
I
Goes
missed-
down,
Wait,
and now it's
I
goes
loved the D9 tournament. The only thing I regret is that we didn't get to play Apollo whatsoever. That's the only piece of the entire tournament
And
we
they
didn't
get
play.
pushed right out of the safety of that immortality.
I wouldn't
They
have played
definitely
you
tried to throw
guys.
an antler
I've
down and counter
always
back.
wanted to
But
play you
those
guys,
just
but it didn't happen. I know we played Saga like 3 times, and we were like kind of tired of it. I mean, fun. It was just we wanted to play other teams.
They were fun games, but like we lost to Saga in like 5 games, and I was just like, oh, like
Yeah,
right
it-
after we 3-0'd Saga too.
It was 3 different times, and all we went down to map 5. Those were brutal games. They were like took years off my life for sure.
Oh yeah, and then Saga came in and like 3-2'd us in the first finals game, and we just been like, oh, we're gonna lose.
Oh yeah, I was honestly I thought you guys were going to sweep them, and I was surprised when I could roll the full 1 game out on you guys.
Yeah, and
Alright.
then we came back and only gave them 1 game in the second finals match.
I
Oh
need to go
yeah.
back over here now.
Yeah, now you gotta move. All right, so Bull Skunk, the best of Bull Skunk. What were your thoughts, my man?
Oh, it's
The
awesome.
first clip was amazing.
It's so flattering.
Shut up, Bearborn!
I feel like-
You didn't
I
even
feel like
make it in
The
there.
video was good, right? But I feel like it didn't really capture like a lot of Postgun's actual like casting talents. Like His pacing is
Oh,
fantastic,
if you wanna-
but it was just kind of him. It was just kind of the hype moments.
It's all
There
the
was no-
super hype moments.
if
Yeah.
you genuinely
I feel
want to
like-
see, if you genuinely want to see two amazing games casted by Bolska, go watch the Tier 3 and Tier 4 D9 finals.
I mean,
Fair enough.
can't you just
Thank you.
watch LXS? LXS was good. Just saying.
Yeah. No, honestly,
out
it's super flattering. I mean, just the fact that the fact that Figgy would take the time to make a highlight video of the casting is amazing. No, it's some awesome moments. Those are definitely some truly, truly amazing moments from the past few months. So, I mean, we had a little D9, a little of the CCO tournament winner showcase in there, a little bit of CGL in there. Yeah. No, it's
the
killer.
6-man boop.
It was killer. And of course, the 6-man boot from Munch and Carrot.
I hate you all.
No, okay,
So much.
so a little quick back history there. I started casting. My first tournament was in the console Xbox League that was run by Munching Carrot. So he actually gave me my first tournament opportunity. Prior to that, I was just doing pickup games and stuff, just doing Elo Help Hugs. And I mean, that's kind of where I learned that I wanted to cast. But it was Munching Carrot who gave me my very first tournament, and then Danny DeFito gave me my second. I say that.
Whoa, stop!
Kaibe
I know.
was before that, but then Danny DeFito's community open.
Kaiba doesn't count as a tournament. No offense.
Kibiad was my team was in Kibiad. We won our first 2 games, and then we dropped out because literally they said we had a bye week, and then they came to us the day before and said, "Hey, you have a game this week." And said, "What?" "Well, one of the teams dropped out, so you have a game this week now." "When is it?" "Tomorrow." "No."
What tournament was
"Oh,
this
then
for?
I guess you're forfeiting."
This is Kaiba playoffs were interesting because the semifinals were the team I coached played Kaiba in the semifinals. You know, the team that owned the league, right? So they decided to tell us 10 minutes before the game, this is like when 2-2 was coming, that the game was 2-2 before 2-2 was officially out in Overwatch, and Sigma was allowed, and basically all of our prep was gone. But in the finals, 2-2 wasn't allowed, Sigma wasn't allowed, and it was GOATs.
They were trying to do something extremely ambitious over there, and I respect them for it. My point was not to dog on the Kaiba League. They gave me some of
that's
my
my
earliest
point.
opportunity as well. I'm very appreciative that they took a chance
Well,
on me.
my point
Be
is,
appreciative of an opportunity doesn't mean you can't point out the fact that it,
By the
yes,
way,
ambitious but poor run.
Rugby Beach called, and he wants you to cut your hair.
I really want to. If I could, I would. I would love to cut my hair. Promise you I would.
Looks like,
I would really love to cut my hair.
I have an idea.
Take some
right?
buzzers, take some shavers, a little.
If we hit
zzz.
50 viewers, if you have 50 viewers, I have an idea.
If we get to
It's not a
50
good idea.
viewers, all right.
Yeah.
We're at
okay.
27
Let's
right
get
now.
that shit straight.
So
Or 28.
thanks for tuning in, friends.
Share the stream to get to 50 viewers. I have an idea.
Oh yeah, what's your idea? What's your
Well,
idea?
the chat figured it out already.
But yeah, so I solo casted back to my casting history. Solo casted from then up until D9, and started casting with Ocean primarily, as well as Chef Billy Avil and some others. Cast with Airborne, cast with quite a few people there in the D9 tournament. But that's where Ocean and I really found our groove together, and that's really kind of where the uptick started, and here we are. And it's been an amazing.
I'm
fucking
sad we
ride.
can't cast together at the moment.
No, but there'll be plenty more in the future. Don't you sweat it. Don't you even sweat it. Anyway, enough about me.
Well, I mean,
Hang on,
to be fair,
let's move back on to our guest.
Agreed.
Because
Agreed.
that's important. Let's go
Mr.
back.
B.
Why don't you quickly talk about Polo and how you've like set up all your different teams this season, or any new things you've brought to that setup?
So it's kind of hard all to put in together because I could be here all day talking about each team and what they
Go for
put
it.
together.
Why not?
So, like I said, so from last CGL season till now, from like then it was just the one Apollo T3 team, and then now we have like the whole new branding, and then we have a T1, T2, T3, T4, and then a PS4 T3 team. It's like a lot. So, so we have obviously getting them all together is really hard. It's a lot of grinding, but it works. It's good. It's fun. we have coaching going on. We have ZX that just came on for. I don't know Ocean knows him. Came on for Team
Nice.
3. After
Jesus, we're at 31.
Oh no.
Fun fact, I coach him. So.
Yeah. He told me you coach him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've been doing really well, and I expect to keep doing well. I liked. I don't know. I never expected it to be like as good as it is. I never really expected it to even be like this. So if you like asked me or told me that it was gonna be like this, like last CGL, I wouldn't believe you. And I'm acting like I'm really successful. It's really not. I mean, it's not where I want it to be. I think we're good, like overall, but just not as good as I would want it to be. But yeah, I mean, it's really
Putting together
really
something
cool.
in that scope, though, that's a massive undertaking, and I think that you've accomplished a lot just getting it functional, just getting it, to where you're all participating and you've got that structure there. I think that alone is massive steps. Huge props.
Yeah, awesome.
I mean,
appreciate it.
I want to speak
No, you
very
don't.
quickly. No, I do. Like, Knight Rider, your points are irrelevant. They usually are. That's why you're the host and not the analyst. Every single time I go to analyze any of the games that you guys have, or like we have codes for, I look at them and I'm like, all these teams are really well set up, really well organized, and that is like something that doesn't happen in the console scene. Like the organizations sometimes don't run their teams very well, or their teams don't have the correct output. But you guys seem to have a balance of like structure and a competitive integrity that just no other org seems to have, apart from maybe Anthea or Tidal, and I think that's very impressive.
I mean,
So-
yeah, that's always what I aim for, and I really appreciate that. I never really thought of it that way, but if you view it that way, a lot of people do, and I really appreciate that. I just never think of it that way. I always push them just to keep.
Oh my God,
being
why?
competitive and everything like that. So
I would like to make a special mention that Rugby is actually is one of, or Apollo, I should say, is one of the first affiliates to CST. So we have a lot of big things coming for the Apollo Nation out there. Just you guys are gonna
See what
like
I
what
said,
we come
next
up
50
with.
years. It was kind of like a high estimate because I didn't want it to happen because I came
mean-
to a silly forfeit. What
So,
sorry,
I
I mean, at the end of the day,
I would
like,
also like to say, I played against Apollo last season, not on tier 3, but like I streamed some of the games, myself casted them, and so your guys' attitude from last season to this season is a complete 180. You guys are a lot chiller than you were before. You guys definitely are like a team to like be modeled
oh
after.
sweet baby Jesus, we're at 42.
no.
So what did you do? What did you do, Ocean?
No, I didn't do anything.
I think
didn't
Apollo bringing the rep.
Oh,
Yeah,
Apollo
Apollo.
taking over.
I gotta say,
It's
I
Apollo
Look at
gotta
the
say
time,
support
right?
coming from this org.
one other thing I gotta say.
Figgy's
is
here.
that I am loving the support
Apples
that
is here.
Rugby's getting from Apollo. Like you guys coming out strong. This is a lot of love, and
That's
I love to
awesome.
see that.
Actually,
positivity.
real quick. I think this is a good
Bring
time.
back toxic Apollo.
This is a quick thing. Full skunk. Can we quickly go and find the clips of you calling Apollo beige Applebee's or Applebee's?
Yes, there's a whole
Applebee's.
collection of them.
There's a couple of
Applebee's.
clips.
My favorite
Applebeef
one.
was the
Oh,
best.
Doug,
The fact that he actually changed his
mispronouncing.
Twitter handle for like 2 months. That was my favorite part. No, that was amazing. Like, that
remember
was
telling
funny.
you that.
I am
That
not.
was good.
I'm not too. Oh yeah, you're the one that let me know. Yeah,
Oh my lord.
it was
the,
good
the
stuff.
thing that I have to say is, having owned and run an org in the time, I understand how just physically hard it is.
I know that now,
to-
DXH.
Yeah, how physically hard it is to run an org full of multiple teams. Like at one point, Memento Mori had 6 teams, and I'm sitting there just like,
Yeah.
what do I do?
Oh, right,
And
actually.
a lot of
does
it has
take
to
a
come
lot.
with a lot of
It
it
does
has to
take a
come
lot.
with good leadership around you. You build those good friendships, good trust in your other leaders. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
feel
sorry.
like you could
but,
just
Alright, once you finish, Mr. DX, whatever the balls that gamer tag is, that needs changed, right? It's impossible to say on cast. We have to like come up with little different names to go with you. We said like DX, DHH. We have to like, what is that gamer tag? What is it?
So I'm just gonna call him Rugby Fangirl number 1.
Yeah, let's
No,
go
I
on.
think-
Yeah, go on.
That's what I'm gonna call him. Is
Duck
Rugby
City?
Fangirl number
just sort it out, man. It's
one.
ridiculous. It's
Sort it out.
impossible to say.
Pick a letter. Just pick a letter. Just pick one. Just pick one. You
No,
don't
pick
need a
all
whole
of them.
alphabet. You don't need a whole freaking alphabet in your name.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Billy!
whoa, whoa.
Billy, coming through with the big 5 gifted
Billy,
subs. Thank you, my
let's
friend.
go!
Dude, huge. Thank
Ooh,
you.
Jesus.
Our special guest came through with one earlier, which I think is just like I should be subbing to you, Rugby. That's kind of how I feel. Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty. So, we do have some other things we got to get into. As much as we love talking about Apollo, which we do, and talking about Bull Skunk. So OWL.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Is there gonna be a single, Chinese team that actually like stands out, or are they all just gonna keep repeatedly beating each
Well,
other?
I think standout is like an impossible word to use with Chinese Overwatch because all of the Chinese Overwatch teams, and Chinese Overwatch in particular, is just like ridiculous. They are like always run like unique stuff. Like you see like Chinese teams and you're like, okay, the other people are running Torb. Why the are you running Genji? What is going on here? The Chinese teams are different, and I really like all of them stand out because of the unique
I
approach
mean-
Chinese Overwatch has.
Shanghai has looked the best so far.
Well, I mean, Wolf still, we had Wolf and Achilleos casting them over the weekend, and Wolf still claims that they're championship caliber. He's still like standing behind
they
the
are.
fact that Shanghai
They-
is 100% a championship caliber team. And I mean,
They're top
I
three.
can't argue with that.
They're top tier 3. And don't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm right. And I'm always right. Sorry, Pioneer of console Overwatch can't be wrong. It's a joke. It's
I
a
mean,
joke.
they're
It's humor.
3-1 right now. I mean, in the standings here, they're 3-1. I didn't necessarily mean to click on the team, but we're gonna go ahead and just load Shanghai Dragons because why the hell not?
I mean,
it's like
like,
the
I
roster.
feel like when you lose to Chengdu, it's not like
They
you're
didn't just
bad.
lose,
They
they got
lost to
demolished by
and
Chengdu.
then
Yeah, no, but-
avenged
yeah, but I
their
think that-
loss a week later.
I-
But
Yeah, no,
Chengdu
but if
had
you
no
think about-
Hammond.
Think about this. Chengdu versus Chengdu are this team and like the call's upset. They play this unique competition. If you're not prepared, you're gonna get demolished. Didn't seem like they were prepared. Chengdu isn't a team that are better than you. They are a team that have surprised you and found a good way to counter you. It's not Chengdu were not better than Shanghai. Shanghai just
Also,
I agree with
my
that. Actually.
other
Shanghai just
thing
kind of shot the
is-
bed that match.
yeah.
dear Lord, like one of the teams that I
Oh, we're
feel-
over here now.
So the two teams
yeah,
that I
sorry
think
about the
are
games.
too low, like in the standings, I think they're lower than probably where they're going to end up, is the Gladiators and the Shock, obviously.
Mhm.
I think Glads look really strong. I thought the
Like
Glads
the
Yeah,
only
looked
I
teams
think they
that
look
they've
really
lost
strong.
to are Vancouver, San Francisco. What was it? Who have they lost to? Vancouver, San Francisco.
They beat San Fran.
Yeah, they
Glads
did
beat
beat
the
San Fran.
Shock. They lost
That
to
was
Who
when-
else
Dynasty.
did they lose to?
That
Come
Dynasty.
after went Ryan.
The Dynasty.
So they
that's what
lost
it
to
was.
Van, beat the Shock, lost to Soul, beat the Fuel. And Soul looks
Yeah.
really damn good. I think another one
Oh
that
my
could be
gosh.
surprising
Yeah, the
championship
proud
caliber
Soul
run.
fan.
Soul-
I think they're gonna go all the way.
If
Soul
you
looks
are
they're gonna go all the
really
way.
good.
If you are going to judge Soul off of 1 week when they've shot the bed 2 seasons in a row, I don't want to hear it.
So it's a completely new roster now, completely new.
Hey, there's no
leadership.
Fisher anymore.
I mean, but I
The Fisher, no Jaehong,
No, but
different
they shot
coaching
the bed in
staff.
season 1 as well.
They shot the
Gives
bed
them
in
a
season 1,
stand
they
that
shot the
half
bed in
that
season
team
2.
came from a championship.
Here's the
team.
thing. Soul will never get to the level of NYXL.
They won't. They don't have the consistency. They never have the
No,
right
no,
shot.
no,
Wait
I'm
a
talking
minute.
about
Wait a minute.
Choking.
Wait
choking
a
one.
minute.
No. Listen here.
Wait
Really?
a minute.
Really?
be
Oh my
listening to
God,
me.
Seth.
Rin!
Yo,
Rin coming through with 5
let's
gifted as
go!
well. Huge. Lots of console
Missed
love in
the other-
chat.
That's
Thank
just
you
a-
so
That's
much.
the same.
I keep
That's
thinking-
5 more from Rin. That's her second
She had
time.
5 earlier.
Yeah, she did 5 earlier.
Oh, wow. Total 10 coming through from Rin. Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus.
Wow.
We're at 42 again.
Y'all are going to... Getting a little sweaty in here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, fam. Come on. Turn up the
I was gonna
heat.
say, okay, once we hit 50 viewers, we will do an Ocean Cast room reveal.
Oh.
Nobody
That's
wants
scary.
that. though.
That's
Nobody.
scary.
We're gonna lose viewers.
Yeah, you have 20 total. Yeah, no, huge. Thank you.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Back to NYXL versus Seoul. I think NYXL has looked more shaky than Seoul in recent memory. And granted,
Yes, but like,
NYXL is
if you're
4-1, but dude, I mean, Mono's
talking
been
about-
doing his job as best main tank in the league. Past that, show me any consistency out of NYXL this season.
No, but like they're still 4-1. This has been their worst season yet. You have to forget they were first overall in the regular season 1, and they won a couple stage playoffs. They won 2 stage playoffs. That's ridiculous. And I mean, let's be real. Soul Dynasty finished 9th in season 1, 9th or 8th in season 1. So I don't want to hear it.
Damn
They're
it!
consistent.
But they're getting better. Like from season 1 to season 2, and now they're getting consistently better. And then now with the roster being completely different, with half of that team being a championship team from the Spitfire, I mean, you can't say they're not
Airborne.
the team for it.
Yeah, Airborne coming through with another 5 gift. My goodness, such support today.
I just want to let you know that's 20 tonight. That's 20.
insane.
I still haven't got one, or am I already subbed? Am I already subbed?
You should be already subbed.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you're already subbed.
Oh, I am, yeah.
You're already subbed, my man.
That is
Oh,
20
dude,
tonight.
huge.
My dude.
All the console 11 chat. All the console 11 chat. You guys are amazing.
Oi,
See
hang
this scene.
on,
This
hang
scene is so good. I couldn't
hang
do
on.
this without you
That's
guys.
rude, chat. I am not stinky. I just smell a bit because I'm on a
There's-
Yo!
shower today.
Oh, you called him
CJ.
Smelly. Let's go. You were right. You're right, CJ. You
CJ.
you are right.
Oh my god.
Oh, we have a hype train. Y'all have started the hype
Hype
train.
train?
Holy hell. Holy hell.
I started it before.
Yes, you have. No, that's yeah. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Anyway, all the feels. All the feels.
Let's go.
And there you go, Billy continuing his gifted sub coming through from Ocean. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, my casting
Yo,
friend.
we're gonna need like an entire hour for all these dad jokes. Oh my
Yeah, we're at
Lord.
37 right now. We are at 37
Oh.
dad jokes.
I'm about
We
to
had-
I'm about to get more. I'm about to get one
We
more.
had 7 dad jokes come through from Gino
Okay,
earlier.
stop.
Oh,
Oh,
Billy!
Billy returned. Dude, 10 total gifted subs. 5 more coming through from Chef Billy. We're gonna need an hour just to thank everybody in this community. Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Rugby, by the way. You picked a bad
Hi.
episode.
Hi.
I know, it's awesome. I love it.
Level 4 hype train completed. Like, that's a new record on this channel, friends. Holy cow.
Level 5.
Hype. You guys are awesome. Oh my goodness. All the feels. All the feels.
Spam the Billy emote. Spam the Billy emote.
Yeah, spam the Billy emote. Billy Console Love.
Billy has an emo? Oh,
Yeah, Billy's got an emote.
Both guys do. Oh, sweet. Why don't I have an emo?
Hey, you're next.
Easy.
Okay. Anyway, we got distracted. We got distracted by all the amazing support coming from this amazing community. So let's look at what we got going on next week. So as far as OWL, so we've got a little bit of week 9 discussed. Let me pull back up our screen here. Back into funny cam mode. Oh, that's not the schedule. That's the schedule. So last week we didn't really see much of Seoul or NYXL or Vancouver, but this week what do we got?
There's no Soul or MXL.
But we do have
Vancouver.
Van. We do get to see the
And they
Titans.
keep on Chinese teams. They're getting Chinese teams. That's what I'm excited for. They played the
Yeah.
Chengdu Hunters and the Guangzhou Charge. So probably the 2 weakest Chinese teams so far.
I don't know. The Spark have looked really bad. And
I haven't
Charge,
looked
where are Charge
bad.
playing Happy? Damn it, I like Happy.
Do you like Happy?
I do. No, I think Happy's an amazing player. I'm surprised we haven't seen him play
Really
this
good
season.
hit scan player as well.
Yeah.
One of the best hit scans in the world. So but it's gonna be interesting to see Vancouver play against the Chinese teams. The Chinese teams, as I said, Chinese teams are all balls all the time. If you watch Chinese contenders, they play something different to anyone else. They just are unique in
Right.
every style of Overwatch. How they set up their teams, their mentalities, what compositions they run. If you listen to Chinese casters, I know maybe you won't be able to understand what they're saying, but if you listen to their tone and their pacing, it's a lot different to any other language. I'm
Right.
not sure if that's what the Chinese language is, but it's different, you know.
Oh, I couldn't imagine trying to cast some of these games. I mean, the Chengdu Guangzhou game was just pure chaos. Guangzhou taking it, edging it out in map 5, but that match was just pure chaos.
Yeah, that's what Chinese teams are. So I think Vancouver, who have someone like Fisher, who's a very, very good main tank, but rarely does well with chaos. I think it's going to be really interesting. I think the Chinese teams could pose a big threat to the Vancouver Titans.
Well, and of course, it's the first time we're going to see the Chinese teams play somebody outside of their region.
Yeah, that's the exciting thing.
Yeah, well, and it always looks like a total clown fiesta when they're playing each other. But to see them play some of the other teams, you get a much better take on how that composition will play in with the standard meta that we typically see week to week. So you're not lying. This is going to be an exciting week for Overwatch. I'm thinking game of the week though. That's got to be San Francisco versus Glads.
Yeah, that rematch.
That rematch has got to be match of the week, and it's the last match on Sunday.
I'm going to highlight a different game. I'm going to highlight the Philadelphia.
Hold that thought. Let's talk about this game, and then we can talk about the game that you're want to talk about. Let's get some predictions, and start with our special guest, Rugby. What are your thoughts on Shock versus Glads?
I think the Shock are gonna kind of go through a phase where they're gonna start getting beat like they do now, and then you can kind of almost see that mentality that they did with the playoff last season, where they weren't playing as good as they should, and then they're gonna get out of it, and then they're gonna pull it back. I think they're gonna swing it back on the Gladiators and take that one. Definitely game of the match though, or game of the week. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's go around. Ocean.
I'm gonna go Freo Gladiators.
Oh, not just that Glads are gonna win, but you think Glads are gonna straight stomp them, huh? Complete sweep.
Oh, I know. I have a suspicion that Sinatra's retired from Overwatch already and is playing Valorant.
Really?
I have that suspicion. That's why we didn't see him last week. That's why he said he was going to start streaming Valorant a lot more on a tweet last week. I don't think we'll see Sinatra, and I feel like he's a big leader in that team. I feel like they luckily beat the Valiant last week. I felt like the Valiant were actually the better team against Shock. I think Shock were. Yeah, I thought that Super looked worse than Dreamer. Most of the game,
they were in hard in that match. I saw a replay where Super throws a shatter into literally Immortality Field, a May Wall, an Orisa Barrier, and an Ant Matrix. All 4 up on the tiny little railing on Mecha Base, hovering above the point, and Super tries to shatter into literally all 4 of those defensive cooldowns. Like, it was just, like, what on earth are you thinking?
I think they're just getting desperate.
But that's an interesting hot take. I think that is some juice. If you actually, because he's under contract, Sinatra is. So, I mean, he can't just up and decide he doesn't want to play anymore. I mean, he's signed contracts.
I mean, players do retire mid-season. I mean, look at DeFran.
Right,
yeah, but
it's
a lot of stuff.
But he's still under contract with Atlanta.
And also
it's not that he's out of his contract. He just said, "I'm not going to play professional Overwatch anymore."
Yeah,
but he is still contractually obligated.
And
to
frankly,
the
I think Atlanta knew that was coming. I think Atlanta went in knowing he was going to play one stage at best, and that was going to be it. I think that they had to know that going in.
I mean, the fact that his jersey is still being made, the fact that he still has
best-selling jersey, it went to best-selling jersey overnight.
Overall, the moment DeFran got announced on the Atlanta Reign,
it eclipsed all season 1 sales in a week. It was nutty how popular that jersey was.
So I'll continue with the Shock. I don't think the Shock will be back for another 2 weeks at least. I feel like they'll probably won't have to again this week. I feel like they're also going to have to rotate their sports again. And yeah, I feel like they're going to struggle again for another week at least.
Fair enough. Ryder, Glads versus Shock. Who do you think takes it?
Oh, I'm picking Shock.
You're going to stick with the Shock on this one? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. With the 99 right there.
I'm going with it, man. I'm going with it. I don't know how much, it's believable that, Sinatra may stop playing. If he does, that will definitely change things. But until we see anything, I'm sticking with the Shock.
No, Sinatra's not even, in my opinion, the best DPS player on that team. But I'm
not saying he's the best DPS, but yeah, no, he holds a presence.
No, he definitely has a leadership quality that
Exactly.
clearly developed through season
Exactly.
2 and helped drive them to get that championship. I think that's hard to deny. Airborne.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Predictions.
I'm going to have to say LA Gladiators in a close map of the.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna mirror that as well. I'm thinking 3-1 Glads. I think Glads are looking really strong. I think they're starting to gel a
Talk,
bit.
talk to me about
This
Mirror,
is the
by
game.
way.
This is the
Mirror
game
nuts.
where the Gladiators
Yeah,
prove
Mirror
whether
is
they
nuts.
are a top 6 team or are they just going to be a mid tier team again.
No, I think Glads are gonna be top 5. I think Glads are absolutely going to be top 5. Mirror's been popping. I think Space and OG are starting to gel. I think the first couple times we saw them, the synergy hasn't been built yet or hadn't
Okay,
been
can I
built.
talk
Also
about how
think about
you
this.
mentioned
The
the Glads
fact
and
that
didn't mention the sport core that's been there the entire time the Glads have
Big
been
Goose
there?
and
I was
Chaz.
saving best for last. You interrupted me before I finished my thought, and
Another
absolutely,
thing is,
Big
think
Goose and
about this.
Chaz are 2 of the best support duo in the league, and that's one where I think
OG
it's not individual performance, but together they just do they gel so well. What were you gonna say on OG?
OGE. It's funny because
OG,
OGE
you don't
only
pronounce
played
the E.
one game, only played one map in their first game, and everyone and their mother was just like,
Yeah,
Don't
no, I
disrespect-
think they were more
don't
asking why.
disrespect Cloudy.
Yeah,
Don't dis-
like nothing,
no
nothing
disrespect
against
too Cloudy.
Yeah, nothing against LH Cloudy, but OG has a higher ceiling. Is that a better way to say it?
Yeah, that's a
Not
better
that
way to
he's
say it.
specifically better, but he has a higher
was gonna say,
ceiling because when OG is popping, he
What-
legitimately carried the fuel some games.
Hang on, what?
That's not real, is it?
Wait, what?
What?
That's not real, right?
What?
That's not real, is it?
What?
That's
What?
gotta be
What?
fake. That's
Look at
not. Is that
chat.
real?
Is that real?
Is that real? There's no way that's real.
Where?
I'm in total disbelief.
What
Hang
am I
on, no,
missing?
no. What?
There's no way
Is
that's
that
What am I missing?
what?
$1,000 donation from Lee Sonics.
Who's that?
I have no idea.
Whoa.
Let me get my jaw off the ground. There's what? I've never seen that. I don't even know if.
It's a fake
bait.
donation.
It's
Don't
a
look at
bait.
it.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I agree with letting rugby talk though. That's a sentiment that I can get behind.
Yeah.
It's fake. It's fake. Don't get paid. Don't
Is it
get paid.
fake?
Following for 34 seconds. Throw it up fake in chats. Don't take the bait. I agree. Veritasium. Don't take the bait.
You got 1,000 bits. Does that count?
1,000 bits is amazing. You damn right that counts. Anyway,
What?
moving on. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow the mic out there.
Moving on, folks.
So Ocean, what do you think is going to be our match of the week here in week 11 or week 10?
I'm gonna go with the rematch between the Philadelphia Fusion and the Paris Eternal. Paris Eternal also looked like a little bit of an oddball team. We're gonna see Z go up against Carpe and probably Isu. It's gonna be exciting. I think the Z look pretty good. Also, it'll be interesting to see if Philadelphia have the mentality to come back. They seem to be like sort of the villains of the league currently. They built themselves well for all the seasons. Let's see if they can be able to hold their villainous mentality and come back in this game.
Should we
And
just
is
do
there
a
one
lightning
loss?
round going through Saturday and Sunday? Just lightning round. Everyone just say who they want. No explanation.
Oh, no. Okay, no. How about this? How
We
about
can
this?
get to that, but I like the idea of discussing one or two of our, I think,
No, I understand.
Well,
you know,
what I was gonna
premier
suggest-
matches in depth.
What I was going to suggest is which game is each person looking forward to? I think that's a better one.
Okay, I like that as well. Obviously, I picked Shot Glads.
Yeah.
As far as Paris Philly, I do agree it's gonna be an interesting rematch just because Paris is the one team to take a win on Philly. That's the only team to beat Philly this year, and Philly making that argument that they are the best team in the league right now, and I think a lot of people are on board with that argument. It's hard to argue with. You want to talk about killer support line and Funny Astro and Alarm. It is hard to deny that. I mean, Carpe looks like he's back in form. He was a big question mark to me because he looked like he was just no desire to play Overwatch through season 2. And I was curious if
I think that was just goats.
yeah, but my curiosity, I don't doubt that at all. I think that's pretty well known. But could he get back into form after a year of just throwing? Like That to me was the question. Would Carpe come back to form? And he looks great. And Hisu, I mean, Runaway. Everybody from Team Runaway, all the Team Runaway people won their debut matches, which is just an insane.
Now that's real.
stat.
That's real.
An insane stat. So, I mean, Philly really making an argument for best team in the league, and I think this week will be very telling on that.
Bull Skunk, there you go. Look at the chat now. That one's a real one.
What?
Your real
$3.
donation.
That's a
what?
real donation.
$3.
$3
Hell
right
yeah.
Heckin' yeah.
Thank you. Clean
Hell
turd.
yeah.
That was not turd at all. Thank you so much for the $3 donation. Awesome.
Right,
Thank
boss,
you very
that's
much.
mean. He just gave you $3 and you just called him a turd.
Hey, it's his name. I'm calling him by his name. I don't judge names. That's not my place to judge names.
I judged.
All right.
We're judging you.
I like Ryder's idea. Rugby. Yeah, you kind of mirrored that. You think the Shock Glads match is gonna be match of the week?
Yeah, I say so. I think there are two teams that could easily be either high tier or mid tier. But like definitely because of what happened, was it last week or week before when the Gladiators, no pun intended, shocked them and beat them. But yeah, so I say it's something that I think will be highly anticipated just because like the Shock aren't used to that. And so we've seen it before in the playoffs where they get beat when they shouldn't and then they bring it back and then they're better then. So I think that will definitely be the match of the week, considering it'll be a really recent rematch. And I think there'll be a lot of hype around it.
The only thing I can say about the San Francisco Shock is why aren't San Francisco and Atlanta playing each other until like week 12 or something like that, even though they've had like 3 of the most hype games last season?
Don't ask me, ask Pete.
Well, and I mean, hey, I think it'll be good when they do
They eventually do
finally,
play.
clash. It's got a little tension built up behind it. So
Yeah, I mean, another game I think we should highlight. I think we'll pick one of the Vancouver Titans versus one of the Chinese teams, and let's go to Chengdu Hunters just because of the storyline that we have from Among trying to take down Bumper and Goats. That was a storyline last season. I think just seeing the two teams clash again, and maybe another shot for the Chengdu Hunters against the Titans. He's not coming against Fisher, who also has a very big identity behind it. I think that's gonna be exciting to see. So. Yeah, Chengdu Titans is another game to watch out for.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. And I think
That will
that's
be
the
fun.
opening match of the weekend. Let me get back to.
No,
the opening match
the
on
opening match is
Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, it's
Sunday
Sunday.
at 4.
Starter Sunday.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
Sunday at
Spark
4 a.m.
Chengdu. It's Spark Chengdu who's the opening match. That's the one I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then Vancouver, then Philly.
Then Vancouver Charge. Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna piggyback off that, and that was the match I was gonna pick. Was Toronto versus Chengdu. I'm actually looking forward to that matchup.
Toronto versus Chengdu.
Toronto
I mean,
versus
Chengdu
Houston?
versus Vancouver.
Oh, okay, I was about
Chengdu
to say.
versus
Toronto
Vancouver.
plays
I'm
Houston.
sorry. Yeah. I mean, as much as I'm a Houston Outlaws fan, that match doesn't even excite me, like at all.
Hey, Houston's looking better. I believe.
Who are the
Shut your
Outlaws
mouth!
playing?
You
Oh,
shut your
God.
mouth! You keep them out of your mouth.
Yeah, we got another toilet bowl. We got the toilet bowl rematch. It's
Oh.
literally the worst, longest game in Overwatch League history, and we get the rematch of it.
Houston Outlaws Boston Uprising. Let's
The one.
go.
That's the one. Oh, and
Why
for
have we
for
even
some more
highlighted
Papega
it?
action on Sunday, you get
Nobody
Houston
has.
Outlaws versus Toronto Defiant.
Stop!
Hey,
Leave them.
hey,
Ryan's
Toronto won.
already dead. They're dead. Leave them alone. They lost Jake. They lost Jake. Okay, just leave him.
I mean, I'm
Hey,
going back,
you
and
still
I'm
got Muma and all his.
real quick. Let's bring it back. Let's go to Saturday. Another match we could highlight is two teams that have really good rosters, however, seem to be quite crap. Let's talk about Washington Justice versus Dallas Fuel.
I
Which is also
actually
the
think this
last
is-
game of the week, last game of the day too.
Yeah. No, that's actually a valid point. So I'm a massive Fuel fan, and I can't argue that. Like where it looks
They
like
both
they
have
got
really
some,
good rosters.
Yeah, it looks like they got some good talent on paper, and they can just never seem to pull it together.
I think
I mean,
Dallas
here,
wins that one.
Corey and
3-1.
Takuba
I sure as
versus
hell hope so.
Decay and Doha. Then you got Elevo and Roller taking on Gomsu and No. And then you've got Closer and Unco taking on Ark. Also, can we point out Ark is now on a low team, even though he's still insane at the video game, and Amgod, that is roster is like in the low tier, and I'm really surprised that those teams aren't higher, especially the Justice, because we've
Are
seen
we
Shield.
pulling it? Hey, Bolsko, click a chat.
I know. Oh, yeah.
No, but I look at the Dallas Fuels roster and I'm just like, I think Gamsu is just more consistent than Roy, and I think Note is better than Elivote at the D.Va.
I mean, and that's D.VA Decay, man. I can't understand. I think I rate these two very highly personally. I think they are an insane DPS duo. Their work together just looks amazing, and I think Dallas has nowhere to go but up. I think this confidence builder, they managed to get the revenge win over Valiant in a 3-2 matchup, and a 3-2 victory.
Comeback 3-2.
Yes.
matchup, right?
Well, no,
Was it not a comeback or?
No, it was a 1-1 scenario.
Oh, okay. 1-1.
Yeah, exactly. It just went back and forth.
Hey man, you'll take a win. A win is a win.
I guess technically it was a comeback because they won map 4 and 5, if I remember correctly. So they were down 2-1. But I think Dallas is nowhere to go but up, and I think they're going to get it together. And this could be another.
Oh, okay,
big
that's
confidence builder.
interesting. Justice versus Fuel is actually the first match that has an Atlantic team versus a Pacific team.
Really? Okay.
That's weird.
That is
I'm
very
trying to
interesting.
think that.
Get this off of my screen.
That's
That's
interesting.
weird.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's crazy. What is it? What were we in week 10? And that's crazy.
I mean, I personally
Ron,
feel like
thanks
they
for
have
the
done
tip.
I personally think that they have done the divisions wrong. We talked about this before the season started, but I feel like the divisions have been done wrong. I think they should have been done off seeding because, like, I feel like if you're Chengdu Hunters, Shanghai Dragons, Seoul Dynasty, they're all very good teams, all in the same division, kind of in the division of death. If you kind of get rolled this season, even though you've invested a lot of money, you're probably just gonna lay back if you're gonna be put in the same division again, not invest as much. I think that's gonna eventually lead to poor competition overall if they don't
So
give you an incentive to place higher to be put in a better division for yourself.
Quick
so
note.
what I would have done.
Quick note to Rugby from a frickin' sandwich. You as a snack.
Thank you.
The one thing
Jesus.
I would like to mention is like so during the World Cup, soccer, football, whatever you, the way that they choose the groups
It's
is
FIFA World Rankings, yeah.
yeah. So that's what I'm kind of that's what I would like to see implemented. Is you take one team from each continent and you put them into a bracket and you just that's how you do it. So you'd have
Yes, that's what they
like
do.
London, Paris in 2 different brackets. You'd have all the Chinese teams really broken up. The only duplicates you'd have is North America.
Well, and they
Well,
did
I
it
would
more
like
like
to
traditional
see,
American
something
sports
a bit
where it's
different.
geolocated. So it's trying to be the best in that region, trying to divide the whole league into
No, I
little
mean I
regions.
understand. Yeah,
So-
I mean, I understand why,
Look,
but
I
we
under-
already have why you
I
when you have
understand
teams like
why
the
they
Boston
did the-
Uprising not investing in their team and already making the league boring when they're playing. When you're doing this again and having, like, for example, the Chinese teams and the Korean team all play against each other constantly, and say, let's say, for example, Hangzhou gets completely rolled and doesn't want to invest anymore, then that's another team down the drain, you know?
hmm
But
Yeah.
the flip side of that coin is there's no way for longevity, for them to be able to tell who's going to be top tier teams in 5 years. Like you
Just do it
try
based
to,
off the
if you
seeding.
try
It's
to
seeding it from
rate-
last season.
But
Seed
then,
it.
okay, so then you're
Like-
switching them every year.
I think we should try and
That would be very
look at.
counterintuitive.
Yeah, I think the geolocation is fine, but you just have to be able to. It's just so much deeper into the league that you got to get when you start moving into like divisions and things like that. And I think if the league does expand, it's gonna make the divisions a little bit easier to make. Because currently, with the teams that we have these 5 Chinese teams,
4 Chinese teams. that are
4
great.
Chinese teams and 1 Korean. My bad. 4 Chinese teams and 1
Yeah.
Korean,
Which is weird.
and then you have the North American team,
Right.
and then you
In
have
Europe.
Paris and London.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think that kind of highlights how poor they sold their teams In my opinion, I feel like they should have branched out a little bit more. They have way too many American teams, in my opinion.
Oh no, I
but-
think European. I think like yes, the American market is very fertile, but at the
I know,
same
I agree.
time,
Why
But
is
it's
that?
why they
You
have
also-
4 Chinese teams and only 1 Korean team. It's because of the Chinese market's so big. Even though that seems backwards to
'cause-
me, because obviously South Korea is your home of esports. Like that's the mecca of esports, and we only
Well, no,
have 1
I
Korean team.
feel like it's just who you're selling to. I feel like Overwatch League's been really poorly commercialized. I mean, you can disagree if you want, but we went from having Toyota, Sour Patch Kids, all these big name companies to Cheez-It Grooves.
I think
So-
Cheez-It Grooves backed out. That's why they're on Pringles now.
Oh,
it's the same that's the same
my
company.
point.
Are they both Nabisco or whatever?
Yeah, it's the same company.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same company. So
But you know what I mean? We've went from those sort of like Toyota to Pringles. Like, come
Right.
on.
yeah, because also if you look at the Cheez-It Group boxes, they still have Overwatch League stuff on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was all.
And
I
I
don't
think,
even remember what
you
it would be,
know,
if it's Nabisco or
Now that we're getting
makes
a bit too
crackers.
deep into a subject, getting into the nuances of it, maybe we should try and move on to the patch notes that came out
Yes.
2 days ago.
That's a
So
great
patch
suggestion
notes.
there, Airborne.
Patch notes, absolutely huge. So, bring those up
This
for
will
us.
affect
Most
me
of
and
them.
rugby very
Working on it, Will.
nicely.
So, to start off with the patch notes, I definitely read them. Ash is getting a. I did. No, I did.
If you need to read them, I sent a picture in chat.
That's
They're up
where I
on
read
screen.
them. But no. So the biggest thing that I've noticed is Ash. Ash got a buff and slight nerf. But I think that like it's so
And
nice.
then Knight Rider, real quick, did you notice Ash first because she was the one with the most notes out of 2, or the one? Or she was
No,
first to
it's
read?
alphabetical
Yes, she was-
order.
Yeah,
It
No,
is
it's-
because she's at the
alphabetical
top.
order.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Knight Rider didn't read any further because he couldn't handle it. That's why he's platinum.
No, that's why I'm not a PlayStation player, because I don't need shapes. I can read.
Can you read?
I
You
can.
do realize that was designed so that it could translate into any language, right?
Yeah, right. You
Nobody
did know
asked
this,
you.
right?
Nobody asked you guys.
The PlayStation was designed in Japan, and they wanted it to be able to be read by people who speak Japanese, Chinese, Korean, English.
Well, I mean, buttons are all the same.
I'm just saying, that's why they use shapes. It's actually kind of genius. Before you start making fun of PlayStation readers for being illiterate.
I mean, anyways.
Knight Rider's the illiterate
Jesus
one, so
Christ.
always
Yeah,
talk
exactly.
about
Yeah, fair enough, fair
Anyways, all right. So
it.
Ash
Maybe he
is
should switch
Viper,
to
her primary
PlayStation by
fire.
his logic.
Maybe I should switch to EU. That'd be the real joke.
Whoa.
Oh.
All right, Ash.
Ash. All right. So her magazine has gone from 12 to 15. Shots no longer queue up after the next shot if pressed slightly before recovery has finished. Unscoped shots to reach maximum spread across increased from 4 to 6. Unscoped shots can now be fired much more quickly after firing a scope shot. You can now start reloading much more quickly after firing a scoped shot. Ocean, what does that mean for hit scan players?
It means nothing. Widowmaker, McCree, and Soldier are still better heroes. Soldier's better mobility. McCree is better utility with the flashbang and the roll.
I'm not
quicker
sure I
reloads,
agree with
etc.
So
Widowmaker as no,
Yes.
listen. Widowmaker has better access to high ground and better utility. Plus, she has the one shot. And Venomine is a very good scouting sort of material. But Ash, it's just it's a comfort change. Let's be real. You get more shots. You get to reload
So-
quicker.
With a power boost, you do have the one-shot potential squishies. But another thing Ash is good for, so I have seen Apollo run, and my team as well, run Death Ball sometimes. No snipers, no nothing. Maybe just a double spam, Reaper, whatever. No hit scans whatsoever. Ash sending a dynamite in there, literally sending the entire team. She would build Bob within the course of half of a fight, and Bob is
The most
ridiculous.
useless DPS ult ever.
Ash is the least played hero in Overwatch League this season for a reason. She is being poorly made. Her coach gun has a really poor cooldown, which means Widowmaker actually has better access to high grounds than Ash does. So there you go. I mean, it's for a reason. She's still going worst hit scan.
It feels bad for CGL. I tell you that because we went through the week of Farah last week as we're running off of comp bans in that tournament, and there was no Soldier, no McCree, no Widowmaker, and it was the week of Farah, and they drop an Ash buff on the 6th, which was 2 days ago.
Well, no,
So,
like
let me
it was
ask this.
actually Ash was the only hit scan that week,
Mhm.
and Forrest still ran the show. There's your point. Done. Move on. Ash is
So
still terrible.
I want to ask this. Do you think this buff was needed?
Yes.
Needed, yeah,
Yes.
100%. She's still
Yes.
crap.
Yes.
Mhm, 100%.
Okay, I do want to clarify something. So, unscoped shots to reach maximum spread. That means you can fire 6 shots without losing accuracy. So you can hip fire 6 shots instead of 4 before her bullets start just going wild.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's an important distinction there. And the
Yeah, I'd
no
agree-
longer
I agree
queue
with
up
chat
thing
real
was
quick.
just kind of a glitch. They just got rid of a glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask this now. What do you think they would need to do to make her more viable?
Well, chat got it right. Coach Gun, it needs to be better cooldown, so she has better mobility, so she would be able to actually take on Soldier and Widowmaker mobility-wise. Because Dynamite, you may say, oh, you can do a lot of damage. That's her utility cooldown. It's not as good as Flashbang.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
No.
No.
Well,
No, it's not.
Dynamite is not well used on a single person. It has to be used on a team. If you can't get value doing it on multiple people, there's no point.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's really
Yeah.
her only usefulness.
Well, and like you talk about, it's mostly used to build her ult. Like you don't really set up a play where you're like, well, not that I've seen, where I'm gonna throw dynamite and we're all gonna dive in and kill them. Like that's not really the play. You throw it on.
It doesn't do enough damage.
Widowmaker and Soldier have better mobility. Ass is useless. There you go. She needs a Coach
Tord's
Gun
ultimate
buff.
is just a better version of her. Dynamite.
Yeah.
No, she either needs a Coach Gun buff or a new ability. There you go. She's useless right now, and she will be useless for a very long time.
I mean, what do you think would be what, like take cooldown off Coach Gun like by 2 seconds? Just take it down by 2 seconds?
4.
Because it's currently at what, 8?
It's 10.
It's 10?
Jesus.
I was
It
thinking-
needs to be
Yeah.
6 seconds. No, 10.
Yeah, I think 6 is a good number for that. 100%.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Or,
that wasn't one of the changes.
So Seth, I do agree with that. So faster reload would definitely be a lot better. I think that if you hit a few crit, like if you hit a crit, you should be able to reload faster after hitting a crit. I think that would probably help.
That'd be an interesting mechanic. I mean, you don't want to overcomplicate things, but
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, but still, I mean it's Overwatch. They overcomplicate everything. Moving on through the patch notes though, Genji, Shuriken, secondary fire, recovery
Again,
from
this is my
lowered
buff.
from 0.75 to 0.65 seconds.
this is just a quality of life thing.
Yeah.
Quality
Yeah.
of life
Yeah.
change.
May,
Moving on.
her endothermic blaster, her maximum ammo has been reduced from 200 to 120, and her secondary fire of her ammo cost has been reduced from 20 to 10. I'm not really sure if
Wrong.
this
It
was
means-
even
it means-
necessary.
It's a quality of life change for, say, Reinhardt's, because Reinhardt got nerfed as well. We will move on to
Yeah.
that in a bit. Oh, you can see it on the
Yeah.
screen.
I
but
think
it's
this
quality
is
of
a
life
pretty
change
big
for
No, we
nerf.
took it off the screen. We took it off the screen.
Because it means this May. It means it's quality of life change for Reinhardt, and also it's sort of a more skilled thing for May. It means she can fire more secondary fires, which requires a lot more aim. But also, you can't just hold RT on a Reinhardt until he's forced to bring down his shield. You are sort of reliant on timing that a lot better. So timing until his shield is low, and then getting that freeze off.
I mean, I think this is a pretty big change. Let's not forget that they've changed her wall previously towards only the 400 health per section.
I think this is a good change
the
for to
visible
make May a more
indication.
skilled character.
Yeah, where they
Yeah,
add the visible indication where you can tell what chunk of the wall is breaking, and you can fit a tank through a single slot. They made it to where Hammond and Reinhardt can fit through a single slot of the May wall. So already pretty big nerfs there, and then now, I mean, she has almost half.
I mean, she was still good. She
She
was
still
still
has-
good, but like
Now, though, I think this is a pretty significant change. I don't know. What are your...
I think I think it's a change that will make the skill gap of May to where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Are we
And it
gonna?
also
think
means it's
Summary
quality of life
is
change
a
for
really good
Reinhardt, because you can't be or tanks, or any sort of tank. You can't be as oppressive towards them. It's quality of life change for the game. quality of life change because my players have to be more skilled to get most value out of her. I think that's a good change.
Rugby thoughts? I heard you starting to pipe up there.
Yeah. So I just think any nerf to May is a good nerf. Like completely, they can keep nerfing her to the ground. Yeah, they can keep nerfing her. Like I don't like May. I don't like her being in the game. So, yeah.
Wrong nerf. Take out multi-fruit.
Yeah, I feel like they'll get there eventually. Not the nerf that I wanted, but I'll take any nerf on May.
I'll take any nerf on May, but Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
multi-freeze is still annoying as balls.
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
agree,
you don't think... I don't know. I feel like taking it to where she has it half the time. She can only... I mean, she basically has half a clip of what she used to. The multi-freeze is going to suffer from that. She can't just sit there and just hose everybody down relentlessly. I think it'll require a lot more decision-making on who you want to freeze.
Indirectly, yeah. I just think they need to take the ability out. Like it'll I guess suppress it, but it won't be. It still is not enough. I just don't think. Yeah, it shouldn't be in the game. They just need to take it out completely.
I mean, this is a very exaggerated example. It's been like, oh, we'll give this ultimate like a 5,000 ultimate cost, but we'll make it so when you press Y, it kills the entire enemy team.
Right.
It's an exaggerated example.
Well, and I mean, Ice Block. See, to me, Ice Block is the one that really makes her so damn oppressive. Just because it's... You go invincible, you completely cleanse yourself, and you can fully self-heal. I mean, it's just kind of a big middle finger to anybody that tries to pounce on you. And I heard a suggestion of make the Ice Block breakable. I think would be a really good suggestion.
That
would be hard to do, though.
Not really. I mean,
it's amount of health, like 400 to 400.
Yeah, 400 health, the same as one of her wall sections.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think 400 would be good for that if they were to add that in. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's kind of like Baptiste.
Podcast.
It's kind of like Baptiste, where you can break his immortality, but you can't break May's immortality.
Right. Well, so here's the question. Whoa, Airborne. Jesus.
Yeah. Chill, guy.
Do you think we're going to see May this week? So May returns to the hero pool and Owl. Are we going to see...
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
We have no Reaper.
100%.
Reaper's banned out.
100%.
I don't think they can come back.
Just run the fist.
You do? Rugby, you think she'll come back?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
There's no reason she won't.
Yeah, it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue.
So the next thing on for patch notes is Pharah. Pharah got interesting, guys.
Pharah just got buffed.
I have a question. Did this go free on console as well?
Yes. Oh yeah. This is all
it's
live.
Oh yeah. Oh
This is
yeah.
all live.
So Pharah explosion damage increased from 65 to 80, and impact damage decreased from 55 to 40.
Okay, I don't understand that. What? Okay, is that the immediate vicinity of her explosion? Because that's not direct hit damage. That's not the same thing as a direct rocket.
They buffed her splash damage again.
And they buffed her splash damage back to where it was before they increased her rate of fire.
So I'm going to quickly talk
about what is the definition of impact damage? That's what my question is.
Maybe that's the direct hit?
No, it's not a direct rocket. Direct rocket does 130.
Oh my. Impact damage. Maybe impact is like, because like if you get hit, maybe you get hit pushed back a little bit.
I mean, yeah, there is a little bit of knockback to her rockets.
So I want to quickly talk about why these buffs came straight. Basically, they were like, okay, so Pharah is getting played legitimately zero. Let's get a task. See why she's getting played. Let's ban all the hit scans. Ash, but then they also figure out Ash can't duel Pharah. As a hit scan, she cannot duel Pharah. So Ash's playtime went down. Pharah's playtime didn't go up because they were like, wait, McCree's out, Sombra's out, we can play Doomfist. Wow,
Yeah.
woo! They can't stop my Doomfist. So then they played Doomfist instead of Pharah.
Yeah.
So this is why both these buffs came through, and this buff should not have went through on console. I think this is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is going to make her very impressive on console.
Already.
Oh, yeah, no.
This is going to have big implications through CGL and other tournaments metas, I'm afraid.
Could you imagine if this was last week for CGL?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Pharah kills everything.
Then you lose.
It was already the week of Pharah.
Yeah. So our last patch note there is Reinhardt. Steadfast passive knockback resistance.
They just
reverted
made him movable.
They got reverted.
They just basically made him movable.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think
As a rhyme
I
player, I
mean,
think it's fair.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely it was. I think
As
it
a
was
rhyme
needed,
player,
even
I
though.
hate it, but I think it's fair.
Oh, same.
They made
It-
him
it-
movable.
Yeah.
I have three
Oh,
Rhyme
yeah,
players
done.
here. I have a Rugby, Knight Rider, and Bullskunk.
Yep.
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 It's
No,
true. It's true.
I'm sitting here as the D.VA one trick, just like, hey, what's
Hang on, I'm a D.Va one trick as well. Sit down, Kate, this is where I saw. Sit
Well, that
down,
rounds
sit
out
down,
our
sit down.
podcast. We're a bunch of tank players. No wonder this thing's all weird.
I mean, Diva ate my podcast.
Yeah.
and-
Apparently, D.Va ate our tank and DPS lines, or our support and DPS lines, because we're just a bunch of tank players.
basically, but
We're at
Um,
70 minutes, so we should probably
we are.
I'll show some
we should
support
probably
love.
keep moving on here. If we,
yeah.
what you got there?
So I
Oh,
think
yeah,
I
a little
think
Anna.
this,
Yeah.
I think this brings us to the end of our podcast. Actually,
Are we gonna
I-
approach our
Can I do
37 dad
outro?
jokes?
So
No.
so next week we're gonna be talking about Valorant. Next week we're gonna
Valorant.
be discussing Valorant. Okay, I'm sorry, Valorant. We'll be showing you guys a few clips from the beta about that, and we'll be doing our massive dad joke dumpster pile.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
I'm doing the outro though, so you can. Okay.
Oh, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna
I
do
just
it?
want
But
to
you-
say,
Yeah, okay.
I think the highlight
We
of
already did the video,
Valorant
Apples.
is just,
We already did the video, Apples. Started out the.
Yeah,
we
that's
did
what-
it. We started out the video.
We opened it.
We opened with it.
Anyways, real quick.
Valorant,
my-
1.6 million viewers concurrent on the opening day of the beta. That's
Yeah,
just
that's insane.
nutty. That's
Insane.
Nutty.
Heard there's been a
Anyway.
lot of server issues too.
That was just the opening.
Yeah,
the first.
that was just
it
the
was for
opening.
the first hour and a half or two. Yeah, of course. It was the first 2 hours of their beta with however many people. Yeah, it was a little
Got it.
rough when it
Okay.
started, but
So.
All right, Ocean, go ahead.
Here's
Go ahead.
my
Do
outro.
your outro.
Right, so I have been your magnificent host, even though I haven't hosted the podcast, but I want to do the outro because I'm stubborn as shit. Anyways, thank you so much to my co-hosts, Airborne Bullskunk and Mr. Chris Clark, Uncle Chris, Knight Rider. You did an okay job, I guess. But thank you guys so much. Thanks, Rugby, so much for coming with us. Hope you do
Yes.
great in CHL. I know you'll do so much.
a lot of pogs in chat for Rugby and Apollo here. Yeah, seriously, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are going to prove yourself as the best org in CHL, maybe top 3 at least. And thanks for coming on and talking to us about your sort of approach to console watch. And that'll be it for us. Thanks from CST. Thanks
Yeah, you've already messed up. All right, so guys, thanks for joining us today. Please,
off, right
if you
on.
guys enjoyed our intro music, check out at DMC. It's going to be in the description below when we post this to YouTube. We are going to actually have DMC on here with us in the next few weeks to talk about his music and his inspiration and everything. We're going to have a CST music episode. So that's going to be
Yeah.
awesome. So stay tuned for that. Also, if you guys haven't already checked out our affiliates, we are now affiliated with No Name Nerd. Go to nonamenerd.com, check out their awesome swag. We're going to be doing a few giveaways with their stuff. So
Let's go.
please stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing it on Twitter, Instagram, on the podcast, a whole bunch. We're going to have like a treasure hunt for you guys to get this stuff. I mean, should I drop the big name item?
No.
Should I?
No.
No, save it,
Oh.
save it.
Save it. We
Save it.
got a big item for you guys. We got a big item. So
It's big.
if you guys are interested in trying to win this item, please stay tuned for in the next few weeks as we will be dropping it. Also, go check out sosaclothing.co. It's .co, not .com. And when you go there, when you check out, use the promo code STREAMCONSOLE. All one word, all caps, STREAMCONSOLE.
Same as our Twitter
And
handle.
you'll
in the
get-
bottom right-hand corner.
Exactly. And you will get 15% off your order, and 15% of your order gets kicked back to us, so that we can give you guys more stuff to do
Which we just
giveaways
pour
with.
right back into more content. You betcha.
Exactly. We're trying to save up for some headsets, microphones, whatever we can to help support you guys in your ventures of making your own brand, doing whatever, becoming a pro gamer. We are here to help support you. So go check it out, and thank you for joining us. Ocean, you kind of messed up the outro. Bye, everybody.
That's the charm of it.
Say bye to the folks, guys.
No.
Bye to the folks, guys.